The morning light streamed through the floor-to-ceiling windows, casting golden patches on the Italian hand-woven cashmere rug. Chun Yang opened his eyes, feeling the softness of the goose-down duvet beneath him, the faint scent of sandalwood lingering in his nostrils. The space beside him was empty, leaving behind the lingering fragrance of Suroksu and the lingering warmth of their passionate night. He sat up and looked around. This was an office of unparalleled luxury, with a massive rosewood desk, priceless antique ornaments, and a breathtaking view of the entire city from the floor-to-ceiling windows. Memories flooded back like a tide. He rubbed his temples, trying to make sense of the jumbled information in his mind. It seemed that yesterday's wild night with Suroksu and the time travel were all real. How interesting. He hadn't seen Suroksu when he woke up. She must have already left. Chun Yang walked to the window and looked down at the endless stream of vehicles below, feeling the vibrant energy of the city. A playful smile curved his lips. Since fate had given him a second chance at life, he was going to live it to the fullest. He would conquer this world. Knock, knock, knock. A knock came from the door. Come in. Chun Yang's voice was deep and magnetic, with the authority of a leader. The door opened, and a woman wearing gold-rimmed glasses and a business suit walked in. Mr. Chun, good morning. The woman bowed slightly, her attitude respectful. She was Chun Yang's secretary, Wang Ming. Chun Yang's gaze fell on Wang Ming, and information about her surfaced in his mind. Sharp, cunning, and manipulative. She held many of Chen Yang's secrets and would betray him in the near future, siding with the so-called Son of Destiny. A flash of cold light flickered in Chen Yang's eyes, but his face remained impassive. Good morning. He replied calmly, walking behind his desk and sitting down. Give me today's schedule? Yes, Mr. Chen. Wang Ming handed Chen Yang a file, reporting at the same time. This morning at 9 o'clock, you need to attend a preparatory meeting for a charity gala. At 10:30, there is a business negotiation with Shengxi Group. At 2 in the afternoon, you need to inspect the Star River Bay project in the east of the city. Chun Yang looked through the file while listening to Wang Ming's report. His brow furrowed gradually. Shengxi Group, Li Zhao. These pieces of information were becoming clearer in his mind. Li Zhao was the group's vice president, who had been coveting his position and secretly colluding with some major shareholders to oust him. And this so-called Star River Bay project also had many problems, including a broken capital chain, construction delays, and even some corruption and bribery. It seemed that this billion-dollar group wasn't as glorious as it appeared on the surface. Chun Yang closed the file, his eyes sharp as knives. What's Li Zhao been up to lately? Wang Ming was taken aback, seemingly surprised by Chun Yang's sudden question. Vice President Li. He's been aggressively expanding his business lately, seemingly trying to build a stronger influence within the group. She carefully chose her words, trying to conceal something. Chun Yang snorted. Expanding his business? He was probably trying to win over more people to prepare for his usurpation. How is the group share structure? Chun Yang continued to press. You hold 60% of the group's shares, making you the largest shareholder, but the other shareholders combined are not to be underestimated, especially Vice President Li, who personally holds 15% of the shares and has close ties with several major shareholders. Wang Ming's voice trembled. She seemed to realize something. Chun Yang's face darkened completely. 60%. This meant he didn't have complete control of the company. Those ambitious individuals could jump out at any moment and deal him a fatal blow. It seems it's time to clean house. Chun Yang's voice wasn't loud, but it carried a chilling aura of killing intent. Wang Ming's heart skipped a beat. She dared not look up, only feeling a powerful sense of pressure bearing down on her. She knew a storm was brewing, and she, in the heart of the whirlpool, could be swallowed up at any moment. Wang Ming. Chun Yang's voice brought Wang Ming back from her fear. Yes. She instinctively responded. Go get me a file. I need detailed information on all the group's top executives, including their backgrounds, connections, and their weaknesses. Chun Yang's tone was calm, but it sent chills down Wang Ming's spine. Weaknesses. She knew all too well what those two words meant. Yes, Mr. Chun, I'll do it right away. Wang Ming dared not hesitate. She quickly left the office. Chun Yang leaned back in his chair, his fingers tapping rhythmically on the desk. His gaze was deep, as if he could see through everything. Li Zhao, the major shareholders, and those enemies lurking in the shadows. He would let them know just how terrifying the consequences of crossing him would be. He would seize complete control of this group. He would make everyone understand who was the true king of this business empire. After Wang Ming left, Chun Yang got up and walked to the window. He lit a cigar and took a deep drag, the spicy taste stimulating his nerves, making him even more alert. He looked out the window, his eyes gradually turning cold. This was a world of survival of the fittest, and to survive, one had to be more ruthless and stronger than others. He wouldn't be merciful, nor would he be sentimental. He would kick aside any stumbling block in his path without hesitation. He would ruthlessly eliminate anyone who threatened his position. He would use iron-fisted tactics to build a business empire of his own, an empire that no one would dare challenge, no one would dare defy. Time ticked by second, and Chun Yang's thoughts became clearer. He had devised a detailed plan, a plan that would strike fear into the hearts of all his enemies. He would first stabilize the situation, lull his enemies into a false sense of security, then secretly amass his strength, wait for the opportune moment, and crush them in one fell swoop. He would ensure that Li Zhao and his cronies would be completely destroyed without a chance to defend themselves. He would make them know what despair was, what fear was, what the wrath of hell was. Chun Yang put out his cigar, a cruel smile playing on his lips. The game had begun, and he was the master of this game.